desafiando a los dioses. Con intensidad luchemos, no te rindas aun si perdemos, más fuerte será.
What is up, you guys? It's the Fallout What If here, and today I'm going to be doing a what if, basically weird. It's going to talk about the legendary Goku and DBZ Goku, although this is not going to be a DBZ crossover. I'm sorry for you guys who didn't want it, but I knew one thing: this will be overpowered and there would not be any point to the story if you just have a strong Issei who can basically spirit bomb anyone. So no, I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is talk about the legendary Son Goku. Basically the Monkey King. Basically someone who is powerful enough to handle a lot of bad guys. And yeah, that's what I do. I will tell you the story. Now, a long time ago, two of these people who Issei's the reincarnation of were technically reincarnations of each other. Goku from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super, whichever one you watched first, watch Dragon Ball Z. It's actually pretty good. Now anyway, pretty much what happened was this. Goku died. And the legendary Son Goku died as well. But Goku from Dragon Ball Z is the reincarnation of Sun Wukong, or Goku, from basically the legends. So, yeah, even though his soul is not with him, in a way, even though his soul is weird, I don't know how to say it, but I will try my best, and here's how it starts. Issei basically lived his life as one of the helpers of a temple. And this temple is where all the monks go to. Why? Well, because they have a strong connection with this place, you may ask. You can say. And the strong connection is with basically Issei doing everything that he's supposed to do as a monk's assistant. When I say monk's assistant, I literally mean he assists the monks. He is someone who helps out monks by a daily basis. Not only that, he takes care of those because he is a monk himself. He is a student. He is someone who has to learn. Someone who wants to learn about how the monks live and stuff. Because his family are monks. And their family were monks. Their generation lived in a time where basically Wukong was a thing. And he's not there anymore. We don't know what happened to him, even though we all know what happened to him. Basically, Issei wanted to live his life outside the walls. Outside the place where basically everyone goes by. And yeah, pretty much that all happened. And how would I say this? It's a hard thing to say, but I will say it nonetheless. Pretty much Issei told his parents that he wanted to live outside the wall. He wanted to explore the world for its beauty and how it actually is. His parents protested to this at first. But they knew that something was special within Issei. They could never put their finger to it, but he was a good student, a good friend to everybody. Not only that, a good son to them. This made their parents reconsider their offer, and thought, what if he did go? What if he went outside the temple walls? And that is exactly what they did. They decided, hey Issei, son, we'll let you go outside the walls, because we think that you can do something good for this world. You can teach them our ways. You can teach them the goodness and you can teach them how to actually be good people. How to be a much more caring and civilized nation. They think Issei could be the one person who could do it all. And at first, they didn't know Issei's true goals. Issei was also someone who was a trickster, but nobody could ever find out who did all the trickery. They think up to this day that certain members of their, basically certain people in the clan or in the tribe, were just pulling their legs. Pretty much, they didn't know who was so good at this trickery. But they find out as soon as they tell Issei, yes, son, you can go. We will allow it. We think you'll do good in the world. Or in that place. Issei said, yes! Alright, everybody, I'm going. And they all had a big celebration for Issei. This is when he basically tells everyone, oh yeah, I forgot to say, I'm sorry for always causing you guys a lot of, you know, misery, or basically tricking you guys, or basically pulling tricks on you guys. And they're all like, wait, what? And oh, I forgot, thanks for allowing me to go to the school. I will make sure to do a lot of good over there. And he basically does a little smile, a little smirk. And they're like, I think we messed up somehow. And basically, what did happen was this. Issei learns how to use ki and chi. Now, he's not a master at it because nobody can learn it and actually pull it off, but Issei could. He did. And this will be something that he will learn. Since he's not going to learn magic, I thought of him using magic, but at the same time, I thought, no, because this will be just too weird. Not only that, he's pretty good doing things already without having to use magic. Not saying I hate magic, I'm just saying I think something else besides that would work. And not only that, Son Goku can use Ki, and Wukong, the legendary Monkey King, can use Chi. So I thought, hey, why not? Why not just do that part? So, with all that happening, basically, they say, why not? Just go. And yeah, they basically find out that Issei's been pulling all the stuff, and the paperwork's already there. They can't actually take it back. And basically, Issei just starts walking, making his journey. And this is the journey of the perverted yet powerful version of the Monkey King, Issei Hyodo. And they're like, we have screwed up the world, people. So, after all that happens, their parents are like, yeah, I guess we should have guessed. We should have realized that, because Issei does do pranks on people, and not only that, he's always a happy-go-lucky person. Why wouldn't he just trick a bunch of people, and not only that, always somewhat, how would I say this, pull off a stunt? They forgot that it's their kid. They've done stuff like this too before as a child. Well, as children. So the fact that they're complaining should be like, why are they complaining? So anyway, basically Issei goes to school and he sees how beautiful the world is. He sees school people, his classmates. Not only that, he sees the teachers and how respectable they are. And then he sees the girls, and he thought, this is one of the reasons why I came. Which is probably one of the main reasons why he came. So, he gets to meet a lot of people. He gets to meet freaking... Let's see. You know what? Let's say he meets Konako first. There's a reason why I'm having these two meet. Because, basically, they're freaking, well, the first time they met, basically, the two perverted kids that were there, because he's in, like, the probably 5th week of school. So, there's no worries, there's no first meetings by technicality. It's just basic things. if I should say that, if that's something I could say. But yeah, pretty much Issei meets these two people, and they're getting chased by, well, technically they're getting chased by Koneko. This little white-haired, cute girl that he sees is basically chasing them two with a chair. And she throws the chair at the two kids, at the two perverts, which becomes Issei's friends. And basically, Issei, without hesitation, just goes right beside it and actually catches the chair. And he says, whoa, 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 there's no need to throw furniture around here. Come on now, didn't they teach you not to be monkeying around? And basically, Koneko says, wait, he caught that chair? That was supposed to be hard enough to at least hurt them, but he just caught it with one hand. And basically, Issei just says, hello, my name is Issei Hyodo. What's your name? And this is when she just says, wait a minute, that's Hyodo. Are they talking about the Hyodo's, like, temple? Because, yes, they do have their temple. Because it's not that they protect the world. They're basically people who throw out demons and spirits and all that stuff. So they're just known for, like, simple things. Which, by technicality, that's not a simple thing at all. I should have realized that, but yeah. After all that stuff happens, pretty much Koneko says, look, I'm not trying to hurt, I'm not trying to say that you're in my way, but there's two perverts there that basically were peeping on the girls' restroom. And this is when Issei says, wait, you guys were peeping on the girls' restroom? And they're like, well, we didn't mean to, man. We were sorry. And then the other one was like, yeah, we didn't mean to do that. It was just an accident. Yes, a happy little accident. And this is when Issei says, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Gives them like a wink and a nudge nudge. And after all that happens, basically he says, look, I'll deal with this. Don't worry about it, alright? And this is when she says, sorry, my name is Koneko. This is when, basically, Issei just does a stance and bows towards her and says, my name is Issei Hyodo. I hope we get to be good friends this year. I'm technically new here, so, yeah, I'll talk to you later. And this is when, basically, she knows that he's kind of perverted, but at the same time, he knows that he's honorable. The stance, and not only that, she knows that he's strong. To an extent. Because it's not every day somebody gets to catch a chair. They would just either dodge or get out of the way. Oh yeah, that is dodging. They would either try to catch it and they would actually get hurt. Or basically, Issei, or they would just block it all, or dodge it all in general. Because there's no way they're going to, like, catch a ball that, not a ball, something that Koneko throws. That would be kind of silly. That would be stupid. Who would think of such a dumb idea? Me. So, after all that said and done, basically, Issei just walks towards those two and says, don't you guys do that again. Otherwise, I won't be the one who catches it. You guys will. And basically, they're like, we're sorry, man, we didn't mean to do it. And the other one just says, yeah, it was on accident, like I said. And he's like, yeah, right. As happy as I am, knowing that there's people like me in this world, I am glad. And basically, you know, they become a little bit of best of buds. Now, the next person they're going to meet is Kiba. Now, Kiba here is still Kiba. Although, I wanted to gender bend Kiba. I know some of you guys won't allow me to do that. So I'll put down on the comments, I'll put down a community tab below, just be like, do you guys want him to be a girl or not? Because a lot of good things could happen either way. Now, over the next couple of weeks, he meets different people. And with Kiba, I should have said, Kiba, they meet him. Her. Like I said, community tab. You guys know what you guys want to pick, but I'll let you guys pick for yourselves. So, after they meet and all that stuff, he notices that he's a monk. And monks do a lot of hardcore training. Or at least training to the point where they are known. So, a couple of days go by, and Kiba challenges Issei. He says that, oh yeah, I know that you're a monk and all that stuff, but you have to, you learn training, right? And this is when basically Issei just says, yeah, I learned training. That is the one thing that I have to learn. And he's all like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Say, will you train with me? Issei says, yeah, sure, why not? And this is when they start to go and do their little fight. Because Kiba's using a sword. Issei's using a staff. Or a bow staff. This is when Kiba tries to land the first move on Issei. But Issei just goes right behind him. And just, how would I say this? Just says, wow, you're pretty fast. I didn't know there's people like me. And he says, wait, what? People like him? And this is when basically they're all like, wait, what do you mean people like him? This is when Kiba says, oh, nothing. Issei, can I talk to you after we're done with this fight? And this is when Issei says, yeah, sure. This is when basically they both start their stances, and Issei is basically just looking right at him. And they start to train and fight. Basically, these two are swinging their weapons at each other. Not only that, Issei's doing a lot of the dodging, while basically Kiba is doing a lot of the damage. Or, not damage. He's the one who's basically fighting Issei with everything he's got. So when that's all said and done, Issei just pretty much just sweeps him under his feet. And after that, Kiba's trying to land a hit, but Issei just dodges the hit. After that, pushing freaking Kiba or his weapon down to the ground, he basically just stands right there and says, alright, I won. And this is when Kiba's like, wait, what? I didn't know you were that good with the staff. Yeah, I'm pretty good. That's the first thing that I learned. That's the one weapon that I'm pretty, super good at. I don't know why. It's like I was born this way. Aha! So, pretty much after all that's said and done, basically they talk, and this is when Kiba gets a little serious and says, alright, Issei. What, you said that you knew what I was. Can you tell me what I am? And this is when Issei says, oh, sure. You're a fighter. Or a weapons user. This is when Kiba says, wait, what? And this is when Issei explains that, yeah, you're pretty good with weapons, and that's pretty cool, man. I hope that you will train with me again. And basically, Kiba just says, wait, so... you know what? Never mind, Issei. You're a funny person. I like you. And this is when basically Issei says, yeah, I like it too, buddy. And after all that's said and done, pretty much Issei and him are just done talking. And now we get to the whole point where basically he sees Rias in the wall that he's walking and doing a lot of his monkey business. Because the one thing that they didn't actually mention, he's pretty much a lazy person at times. So when I mean when you guys say who's a lazy person, basically it's Sun Wukong or Goku. He's actually at times a pretty lazy person. He likes to be chilled. So while sitting down on the trees, he sees the Occult Research Club and sees that he's being stared at by freaking Rias. And Issei was like, haba. Right there, people. That's a 10 out of 10. Oh, boy. Both Isseis are happy. You guys are asking me, what are both Isseis? Don't ask me no more. Because if you guys don't understand it, it's best if you don't. Let's just not talk about it anymore. And yeah. So the whole time that happened, basically, Issei, you know, saw her and he was like, wow, she is a beautiful lady. I can tell you that much right here, people. And after all that stuff happens, his two buddies says, oh yeah, that's Rias Gremory. She is a member of the Occult Research Club. Not only that, one of the most famous people because her father, or whoever's actually there, is not CEO, but does something at the school, or the chairman of the school. And after all that's said and done, pretty much Issei just says, wow, to meet someone that beautiful. I mean, there has to be other people. And this is when he gets to see Akuno. And his other Issei is happy as well. To the point where he's thinking about mad dogging her. And, after all that's said and done, pretty much that's the end of the day. But, Issei gets to see this one other girl. And he says, hello. And this turns out to be Yuna. Or basically Rainier. And Issei just says, who is that girl right there? And they're like, oh, we don't know who she is. And she's not a member of the school. She is just someone else. And not only that, pretty much Issei just says, alright. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You know, she's pretty hot. And all that stuff. I might think about doing a pile drive on her. You know, nothing too serious, just a little bit of fancy stuff. And basically all that stuff happens. They go on a date. And yeah, they're pretty much having a blast. Pretty much Issei just starts, you know, doing whatever he does. And he looks a little different too. He has red hair. Red and black hair. Basically somewhat crimson-like. And when all that's said and done, the sun goes down. Yuma, who actually, you know, sees, Issei is somewhat powerful, because the thing is, she sees his power. She sees how truly terrifying he is. And she thinks that probably it's just an illusion or something like that for some reason. She does not believe it because he's just Issei. So when she turns into her, you know, her dark angel form, basically, yeah, Issei just talks to him and talks to her, and she says, I'm going to kill you now. Issei says, wait, what? And Issei grabs his staff, because for some reason, it's telling him to do it. Not it's like telling him to do it, but he has this weird feeling that if he doesn't just grab it right now and try to protect himself, he might die. And oh boy, he just listens to his instincts, which is pretty good for right now because, yeah, she starts to just throw a freaking light spear, and Issei just blocks it, but it pretty much destroys his staff. And this is when she just throws another one, and Issei's dodging. And pretty much they're playing cat and mouse right now. Both people right now are just going full ham on each other. And Issei's just saying, whoa there, lady, you don't have to do this to me. What happened? I thought we were doing so good. And basically, pretty much, how would I say this? It's kind of a hard thing to say right now, but let's see. Oh yeah. Pretty much, Issei just starts to toy with her and just says, oh, what happened? I thought you were going to beat me up. Hey, what happened to all the killing? And this is when basically she just says, oh, nothing really. But you shouldn't have you should not be monkeying around with me. And this is when he says, is that because I am a monk or something like that? She says, no, because you really don't know when to just give up. And this is basically when she just throws a light spear, and Issei just jumps up in the air quite far up. And he's like, ha, I thought you were going to get me. And this is when she just throws a light spear again, and pretty much he sees that he's in the air, he can't actually dodge. And pretty much when he grabs it, it actually just when he gripped it, his hands were burning because he does not know why. But what he does know is that he's in a lot of pain. And this is basically when he just falls down to the ground and just starts to get up. And this is when she kicks him in the face. And not only that, his training taught him a lot of things about how to fight. They never taught him how to actually defend himself from an actual fallen angel. So when the fight does happen, she just kicks him in the face. After that, summoning a blast, exploding one of the exploding Issei in a way. And after that, she just stabs him straight into the chest. And all you hear is his heartbeat. And it's going bam. Somewhat just exploding every time. And then he gets a little scared, thinking, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Hold on here. I wanted to actually meet a lot of people, see the world, eat food. And then it's going bam, 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 punching itself. It's like it's punching its way through the fear that he has. And he feels this excitement. He doesn't know why. It's like he's been in a fight before. But now he's to the point of scared, where this fight is something that he actually wanted for a long time. And then after that, pretty much, he just lands a strike onto freaking Rainier's face. And after that happening, Issei just starts running again and kicking her straight into the freaking chest. And after that, flipping, kicking her in the chin. And this is when he actually just starts to go, is actually up in the air and saying, Kamehameha! Ah! And this is when a little beam, like a little pop, because he does not understand how to control his ki all the way. And this is when she says, you're going to die. And basically just stabs him in the freaking gut. Him losing blood. And him scared. Because now he's going to die. And he somewhat accepts it. He says that it felt good to fight again. He doesn't know why. But it's kind of fun. He's going to die a horrible... He's going to die a virgin. So it's going to be sad for him. And he just closes his eyes. And basically, all you see is him being revived. Because the one thing that freaking Rias has heard from Konako, freaking Kiba, and a little bit from Akano, that he is someone that is familiar, who feels familiar. And when I said who feels familiar, I mean they've met other demons before. But this one feels weird, like they met him from the Buddhist tribe, or from actual Buddha. And Issei just gets back up, because, well, he doesn't get back up. He gets back up once he's in his room. Because the school provided him with the room, since they thought, hey, the monk is going to have his own room. Everybody's going to see how nice we are, and they're going to give us a chance. Because even though they see this as a publicity stunt, they actually are grateful for the fact that Issei's family and all that stuff are the ones that actually help them out from time to time. Since monks are most times than not the most kindest people in the world. I mean, there's Christians, and then above them are Buddhist monks, which are pretty cool. Now, I'm not saying about God and all that stuff. I'm just talking about freaking how kind they are. You guys don't have to just come at me and try to... What's the worst you're going to do? Forgive me. But no. I respect Christians and Buddhists alike. But anyway. So they just basically start fighting. Not fight, but Issei just gets back up in his room, or in a little apartment that is providing him, even since they are getting funds. And he just wakes up And then Rias is right there. And basically, he just looks at her, you know, without the clothing and all that stuff, you know, just her in her usual attire, you know, the good kind of attire. And basically, he sees the melons. He sees the gazongas. And after that, he just, you know, he just pokes at them. And they're actually pretty squishy and fun and all that stuff. And he just starts to, you know, start pinching action. And after all that happens, she wakes up. And Issei just gets back up. And actually just jumps up straight out of the bed. And actually lands into a freaking desk. And basically, he just hits his head. And is on the ground. And then basically, she says, "Good morning." And this is basically when he just says, "Wait, what? Hold on here. You're not mad?" And she says, "Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing all that stuff. It was actually pretty nice, you know, just, pretty, I gotta say, it takes a lot of balls to do what you did. Not only that, the courage that you had. But at the same time, your good looks and all that stuff, and your politeness, in a way, to not keep going at it while I was going to be waking up. Yeah, you know, I'll let that slide. Although it was pretty fun myself. It was pretty fun, actually. I was enjoying it." And he was like, What? Hold on here. I didn't, you know what? This has to be a dream. This has to be a dream. There's no possible way. I mean, what I just did, no one could just, like, say, "Oh yeah, it's pretty okay with us," you know. And pretty much, she just says, "It's not a dream." And she pinches his cheeks a little bit, and then after that, he's all like, "Okay, it's real." And Issei just gets up, without clothes, and this is when she says, "Oh my, I forgot that you and I are naked right now, so I will get my clothes if you can give me, if you can actually get them from the dresser." And then he just picks up her clothes, and after that, she says, "I think you would have to put on your clothes since we've got to go to school." And this is when Issei's like, "Wait, what? Hold on here. Hold on, I didn't know that. I forgot. So, wait a minute. Something's not right here. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like that I've died. I have this weird feeling inside of me. I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm not who I am anymore." And she says that you're very perceptive, Issei. Congratulations. And he says, "Oh, I tried my best. I try my best all the time." And this is basically when Issei just gets back up, and after that, she, you know, tells him to do all that bra stuff. And there's no actual mother or father over there, so they're pretty much okay. And yeah, pretty much they go to school, and she explains that he's a devil. She says, "Issei, you're a devil, and not only that, we don't know what you also are, because for some reason, we know that you're something else. We know that you're not an angel or a fallen, or you were never born actually a devil. But it's weird for some reason. I guess I'll figure it out soon. But yeah, I do know that you hold a lot of energy within you. Although magic-wise, you don't actually have magic at all, in a way. You have magic, but you don't have magic that usual devils have. It's weird. Your body seems to be carrying multiple kinds of energy. We'll figure out that later." So after all that happens, basically, Izuku just starts, running, and forgetting that Rias does not run, he's all like, "Oh, crap!" And, and all that stuff happens. He walks with her, and basically, Issei just, just talks with her a little bit more about how this all, like, this devil action happens. And yeah, she just explains that, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, me and a couple of other people are devils. We're not like mythical ones that people hear, but we're more better in a way. We're not evil anymore. Although there's some devils that are evil, we're not evil. So you have nothing to fear. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, all that happens, pretty much Issei talks with his friends, and he says that he has seen divine boob action. And this is basically when freaking the guys are kind of jealous and all that stuff. And pretty much Kiba just explains that he or she, we don't know just yet, because I'll keep that one. Like I said, you guys can actually pick which one he could be. But yeah. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, they explain about Kiba goes to him and says, oh yeah, we're going to need you. Issei says, wait, what? And yeah, pretty much, geez, sorry about that. Pretty much, he explains that Issei needs to come with them, because Issei is going to be... Yeah, he's going to go talk with Rias. Issei's like, okay, I'll go, don't worry about it, I can do this myself. You guys guys cannot worry about me. The girls are actually kind of, giddy with excitement, because their first encounter with Issei, even though he's a little perverted, they're like, he's a charming person. He has that weird, like, I don't know why, people love him, even though he's a little bit of a pervert. It's like he was born with people actually caring for him once. And yeah, pretty much all that happens. And the person with the red and black hair is pretty much shown to be someone of some kind of strong clan. And they all know that he's actually, quote unquote, one of the Shaolin monks. Kiba actually goes and takes him over there. And after that, Rias explains that, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we're all devils right here. This little group of ours, we're devils. Issei says, oh yeah, I kind of get that now. And they're like, wait, what? Oh yeah, I knew that Kiba was something else, because I felt something within him. I can also experience that Konako was the one who was also there as well. Akino was kind of a little bit iffy from time to time. And I also felt the same kind of way with you. For some reason, I can experience, and I knew something like this was there. I also experienced it when I was dating with Yuma. Now I remember who that person was. And they're all like, wait, oh yeah, you were dating a fallen angel. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you were dating a fallen angel. Not only that, you also have something within you that we don't know what it is, although, looking at your hand, it's where it's usually at. It's like, it's telling us something. Issei grabs up his hand, and she says, I think you probably have a power. If you can somewhat unleash it. Issei says, how do I do that? And Ria's like, oh yeah, I forgot. He does not understand. Okay, concentrate energy within your hand. And after that, even though it's going to take a while, Issei just pops it out of his hand. And basically, there's his hand. Drag is there. And all that stuff happens. Pretty much Drag, just says, transfer, boost, and all that stuff. So, when all that happens, pretty much Issei says, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this. I don't know why, it feels fun. This feels familiar too. I don't know why. It's not like I ever, in my past life, have ever caused a lot of pranks on the dragon. Oh, but this would be funny if this was. But anyway, Issei and them talk for a while. Issei does his own, demon things. And pretty much he starts to train again, and they give him his staff. This is a staff that's really weird, because, well, Issei dropped it, and, well, he didn't drop it. It was actually given to him by his parents as an heirloom. And pretty much when he grabs it, it's weird. It feels weird because, oh boy, he doesn't understand why. I should say that. He doesn't understand why it feels weird, but this staff has actually been with their generation for a long time. They said that there was 2 staffs like this. One that was pretty weird, that was said to take people places, and another one to actually get to places faster. Issei has another one, which basically was told to actually become bigger or become smaller. But it's actually weird because the legends of Goku and Son Goku are not always told. For the fact meaning that the weapon actually comes from Wukong's ear. And it's weird because that's a thing. So Issei just says, well, thank you. I need to remember to carry it with me and hold it much more at times. And yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it off, people. Because there's a lot more to be said. Now, like, comment, do subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout with Iffy here. Bye.